Samsung's pulling a move with the S26 series that'll tick some people off at first, but trust me, this time it might actually be the right call. And on top of that, we've got two fresh leaks about the S26 Ultra, and one of them finally confirms a fan favorite feature. Let's get into it. So, we already heard rumors back in December that Samsung might bring back a dual-chip strategy for the S26 series. Well, now it's confirmed. A new Korean media report says the S26 Pro and S26 Edge will use Samsung's own Exynos 2600, while the S26 Ultra goes with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite 2. I know what you're thinking. Same old Samsung, cashing in instead of giving fans what they really wanted. But hear me out, because for once, this might actually be a smart move for Samsung and for us. Here's why. Samsung spent nearly $400 million on Snapdragon chips for the S25 series, and Qualcomm keeps raising prices every year. And that's only because every brand is hooked on Snapdragon for their flagships. That cycle has to end. Sure, Exynos has always been the weak spot in comparison, but this time, things are looking very different. Recently, Geekbench scores for the Exynos 2600 popped up, and honestly, the results don't even feel like the Exynos we used to know. It beats last year's Exynos 2500 by over 40% in single-core performance and about 37% in multi-core. And for the first time ever, Exynos is standing toe-to-toe with Qualcomm's best, the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2. There are a few reasons for that. First, Samsung changed the CPU architecture to something very similar to Snapdragon's design. Second, it's built on a much better node than any other flagship chip right now. And third, Samsung completely redesigned it. Better GPU, faster clock speeds, improved energy efficiency, and way stronger on-device AI. Basically, everything Exynos used to struggle with. Now, keep in mind, both the Exynos 2600 and the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 are still unannounced. The final versions will only get better, and if these early results hold up in real-world testing, this could be a massive step forward for Samsung. Alright, let's get to the big one, the S26 Ultra. A couple of days ago, Ice Universe said the Ultra is going to be even more rounded than the S25 Ultra, and naturally a lot of us were worried about what that means for the S Pen. Thankfully, a new report cleared it up. The S Pen slot is safe, but if you were hoping for the return of Bluetooth features on the S Pen, yeah, that's not happening. Still, it's impressive considering Samsung is slimming down the entire S26 lineup. According to the latest prototypes, the S26 Ultra is just 7.8mm thick, down from 8.2mm on the S25 Ultra. Sure, Samsung could have shaved off more, but with the S Pen itself being 4mm, this is still pretty remarkable. And it's not just the Ultra. The S26 Pro drops to 6.7mm, compared to 7.2mm on the S25. Lastly, the S26 Edge is getting 5.5mm, down from 5.8mm on the S25 Edge. Now here's the kicker, both the S26 Pro and the S26 Edge are also getting a 300 mAh battery bump. 300 mAh might not sound like a lot, but compared to Apple's iPhone 17 Air, Samsung managed to keep things thin and boost the battery. And it doesn't stop there. The S26 Ultra is also packing bigger cameras and a bunch of upgrades that literally no one saw coming. And if you want the full scoop on those upgrades, click right here. I've broken it all down for you. This is Techtics, and I'll see you there.